A very good evening to one and all. On behalf of the trustees, management, principal, HOD, staffs, and the students of SA Engineering College, I extend a warm welcome to one and all in this virtual platform. To know more about our college, SA Engineering College was established in the year 1998 and it is successfully continuing its education service beyond 25 years of excellence. SA Engineering College has taken the forefront of technical education through its distinctly different and carefully nurtured standard. The college is approved by AICTE New Delhi and affiliated to Anna University, accredited by the NBA, and also has an A grade from the NAC and also an ISO 9001 and 2015 certified institution. The college believes in preparation for life ahead in all earnest and provides every opportunity to grow beyond academics. In view of the same, many in-house programs like placement training, value-added courses, workshops, symposiums, and guest lectures are also organized to make the students industry ready. We all have assembled here today to motivate and cherish the young minds present among us. At this juncture, I feel honored to welcome our resource person of today, Mr. Yuvashi S.H., Product Engineering, Tata Consultancy Service. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Nirisha. Am I audible?
Yeah, ma'am, you're audible.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank my department and my college management for giving me this opportunity. Is my video visible? Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll present my screen now. Is my presentation visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Today we will see about data migration, its types, its uses, everything. Have you all heard about data migration before? Anyone can respond?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let me move into the topic. The data migration is a process of transferring data from one system to another. Migration will also be done between different data formats, applications, and different platforms. Actually, migration is a process of data preparation, extraction, data cleansing, and data transformation. Next, why we need to migrate data. There are many reasons an enterprise might need to undertake a data migration project. First one is first scenario is a firm will be moving their local storage system to a cloud-based system. So that here we will need to migrate our data, or they will migrate for infrastructure maintenance, also for data center relocation. In this scenario, we will migrate the data to another system. Next is data migration goals. The foremost and important goal is to we should ensure that all the data is completely and accurately migrated to the new database or new target system. Uh, we should always get the target system running as quickly as possible, and we should also see about the cost of migration. In migration we need more budget, so that we always try to minimize the cost of migration and to centralize and simplify the data management process. Next, we move on to types of data migration. There are many types in data migration, but here are the four important data migration. That is storage migration, database migration, application, and data center migration. First, we'll move into storage migration. In storage migration, data will be shared from one storage medium to another. It is a physical migration, that is transforming paper files into digital files. A common reason for storage migration is to upgrade the storage equipment to more sophisticated modern storage equipment. For example, business data from disks to the cloud. Nowadays, all the enterprises are moving to cloud, so we need storage migration for moving the data to cloud. Next is database migration. Database migration is the process of moving data from one or more databases to another target database. Mostly the data will be in structured and organized way in database migration. For example, the data will be migrated from Oracle to MySQL. Every company will switch their database from to different platforms, so that they are transferring the data to Oracle to MySQL. Next is application migration. Application migration occurs when an organization changes its application or changes its application vendor. For example, Amazon Web Services to Azure. Next is data center migration. It is an important type of migration. First of all, what is data center? Anyone can answer? Okay, let me tell you. Data center is a large group of networked computer servers typically used for organizations for the remote storage of processing or distribution of large amounts of data. It is like a data warehouse. Then coming to data center migration, it is the migration of assets, routers, storage devices from one data center to another data center. Let's get into the actual process of data migration. A complete data migration plan contains the three phases: pre-migration, migration, and post-migration. In pre-migration, evaluate, planning will come, extract, all will come in pre-migration. In post-migration, load and verify will come from post-migration. In evaluate, in this evaluation part, we need to inspect the data quality and check for anomalies and duplicate data. Mostly, we will get the data as unstructured data. So we need to check for duplicates. Next is plan. Select the proper tool for migrating data. There are so many tools for data migration. We should choose the tool according to our budget, our plan. We should also set a timeline for completing this migration process. It also comes under the planning. Next is extraction. Extraction is the process of selecting the specific portion of data from a largest data set. The data in source will be in different formats, so we need to convert the data into format which will the destination, the target database will accept. So we need to extract the data. Next is data cleaning. Mostly the data will be unstructured, right? So we need to clean the data. We need to remove the duplicates, so that the new database will be in only of new data. Actually, what is loading is we will load the data into new database. That is load. After all the process, we will migrate the data from source to destination. That is load. Okay. Here we have the important part, ETL. ETL means extract, transform, load. We all know about extract. What is transform means? The data transformation that takes place usually involves various operations such as filtering, sorting, aggregating, joining data. These three are the main process of data migration: extract, transform, and then load. Next is risks associated with data migration. Data loss, database differences and schema management, data dependencies, data corruption, data the risks associated with data migration. First, we'll move into data loss. Sometimes data goes missing during the migration process. This can be due to format incompatibilities, automatic truncation, etc. So we need to see through it. Next is database differences and schema management. Each database stores values a little bit differently, but those little changes can be big data migration risks. For example, we will take a data house. How it will save the dollar amount? Okay, and so stable, the value is listed as $100, but if the But in target table, that data will be stored as 10,000. It will not, it, so the data will not matched. So it will create mismatch, data mismatch. It is called as database differences and schema management. Next is tips to mitigate data migration risks. Sorry, we'll complete this risk associated with data migration. Here, data dependencies are the main important risk we need to see through it. In reality, any organization don't want to migrate every single table or field to new database. That is the target database. However, data migration is challenging due to its dependency on multiple tables. Mostly the data will be in tables, right? So it can be difficult to access the what to migrate and what to leave. All data will have dependent data, right? So we have the confusion in data, what data should be migrated and what should be leaved. And data corruption is also a common thing, right? Sometimes backup or drive or SD card may refuse to work on a much big larger data. Next is data duplication. When using multiple sources or in the process of rerunning failed jobs, we might end up with the same data entered more than once. So data duplication occurred. Next is data migration risks, how to mitigate it. First one is we should plan and prepare the strategy so that we can avoid the risk, and we should always access the vendors and tools before loading the data. We should do a test run so that the duplicates will not be moved to the target database. Mostly the process of data migration will done at non-peak hours, and we should always have a rollback and recovery plan. Here are the tools used for data migration: AWS Data Pipeline, IBM Informix, Azure Cosmos DB, Talent Open Studio, Stitch Data, Evo Data, and Fivetron. These are the tools used for data migration. There are so many tools for migrating data, but these are the famous and easily we can get this surface. Next is the skills for data migration. For data migration also, we need some programming languages like SQL, Java, and Python. We should know about that database design development and ETL frameworks. I said now that the extract, transform, load, that we should know about that frameworks. And important skill is data analysis. We should always know about data analysis so that we can easily do data migration. Just a minute, my screen is showing. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let us see about the how can we ensure successful data migration. There are four types in successful data migration for ensuring the successful data migration. First one is strategizing, accessing risks, designing and building, and executing. In strategizing, it all begins with identifying the corporate needs. Each firm has its own requirement along with challenges. We should plan every move carefully. We should define our business needs, access the source, and choose the right migration type. So there are many types, right? Storage, database, application, and business process migration. So we need to choose the correct and accurate data migration type. Next one is accessing risks. It also involves analyzing and researching the current system as well as the OS system. OS system means the target system to identify potential pitfalls. This will make us an informed decision on how to implement our plan. Next is designing and building. We should prepare the subset and structure for transferring the data based on the type of workload, amount of data, and time required to do it. We should go through a wide range of tool availability for facilitating the process to formulate an appropriate migration solution. For executing the process, we need to conduct a testing process to ensure the efficacy of the designed and built data migration solution. After successful completion of the testing, we can carefully and doubtlessly implement the plan in any company. Any doubts? Can anyone respond? Hello, people. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts?
No, ma'am. Thank you for your time, ma'am. We can acquire your knowledge.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello everyone, are you there? Why you are not responding? No doubts,
No, ma'am.
all are Tamil, right? Can we have a conversation in Tamil?
Yes, ma'am.
ஓகே, அப்ப தமிழ்ல பேசினாதான் எல்லாரும் பேசுவீங்களா? Which year? எல்லாரும் எந்த இயர்? ஒரே தேர்ட் இயர் ஃபைனல் இயரா?
Second year, ma'am.
ஓகே. Have you all prepared for the placement? How is the preparation for the placement? You have any doubts in interviews? We can discuss about that. I will share my own experience. You can ask me any doubts regarding IT, that companies. எல்லாருக்குமே பிளேஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ்ல எல்லாமே தெரியுமா? டவுட்ஸ் யாருக்கும் இல்லையா? டாபிக்ல தான் டவுட் இல்லைன்னு சொன்னீங்க, பிளேஸ்மெண்ட்ல கூடவா? யாருக்கும் பிளேஸ் ஆகணும்னு ஆசையே இல்லையாப்பா? You can use this opportunity to know more about the companies.
Yusri, can you please share your experience regarding placement?
Okay. Okay, ma'am, I'll share. I have selected
Hello.
in TCS during my final year, but I have okay, நம்ம தமிழ்லயே நம்ம கன்வர்சேஷன் வச்சுக்கலாம். Second yearly, I have written my NQT exam for the TCS placement. Using that NQT score only, I have placed in TCS as a system engineer. Do you all know about the NQT exam? Have you appeared for it? Anyone? யாருக்கும் தெரியாத NQT exam பத்தி? It is a big exam conducting. TCS is conducting that exam every month, every 3 months. Okay, let me tell about that exam to you. NQT is a national exam, national qualifier test. Every 3 months TCS அதை conduct பண்றாங்க. Using that score, நீங்க எந்த that NQT exam score வச்சு எந்த கம்பெனிஸ்க்கு வேணாலும் நீங்க போகலாம். I mean, certain companies list இருக்கு. அந்த கம்பெனிஸ்ல நீங்க எந்த கம்பெனிஸ்க்கு வேணாலும் போகலாம். நீங்க கூகுள்ல NQT எக்ஸாம்னு டைப் பண்ணாலே போதும், அது ரிலேட்டடா நிறைய இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் வரும். நீங்க அப்ளை பண்ணிக்கலாம். You can try. என்கியூடி எக்ஸாம் வச்சு நீங்க டிசிஎஸ்க்குமே பிளேஸ் ஆகலாம். அப்படி இல்லைன்னா நிறைய கம்பெனிஸ் இருக்கு. டாடா எலக்ஸி லைக் தட் நிறைய கம்பெனிஸ் இருக்கு. நீங்க அந்த கம்பெனிஸ்க்குலாம் பிளேஸ் ஆகலாம். Any doubts?
So thank you, Yuvashree, for your valuable information about data migration and also your career experience sharing also. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
So now it's time for quiz. So I requested all the participants kindly open your browser and type the URL as www.kagu.it. So I requested all the participants kindly open your browser and type www.it. Quiz section.
www it and pin as 9576.